Hello and welcome to our podcast today. I'm so glad you are listening. My name is Sam, and together, we are going to take a journey into one of the biggest mysteries there is, the mystery inside your own mind. Today, we will be talking about the mystery of the unconscious, dreams in the depths of the mind. Maybe those words sound a little strange or mysterious, but don't worry. We are going to explore them slowly, step by step, and I promise you'll find it all very interesting. So, get comfortable and get ready, because our adventure is about to begin. Have you ever wondered what is happening in your mind while you are sleeping? Have you ever woken up from a really strange dream and tried to remember what happened? Maybe you were flying like a bird or found yourself talking to a talking animal, or maybe you were somewhere you've never been before. Sometimes, dreams can even feel so real that when we wake up, we need a moment to remember that it was just a dream. Today, we will ask, why do we dream? What are dreams made of? And is there something going on inside our minds that we are not even aware of, even when we are awake? Let's start with the first big mystery. What is the unconscious? The word unconscious means not awake, but it also means something deeper. Your mind has parts you know very well. You know what your favorite color is. You know what you had for lunch yesterday. You know the names of your friends and family. We call these your conscious thoughts, the thoughts you are aware of at this moment. But scientists and people who study the mind have discovered that there is another part, a much larger part, that goes on quietly in the background. We call this the unconscious mind. You can think of your mind like an iceberg floating in the ocean. The top of the iceberg, the part you can see above the water, is your conscious mind. The much bigger part under the water, hidden from view, is your unconscious. Even though we can't see it, it is still there, and it is very important. Inside the unconscious are memories, dreams, wishes, feelings, and ideas that you might not even know you have. These things can be very powerful and may even shape what we do every day, even when we don't realize it. Imagine if you had a secret library in your head, full of stories, pictures, sounds, and feelings. Some books you have read before, and you remember where you put them. But other books are hidden or forgotten, and you don't pull them out every day. Still, they are part of your library, and sometimes, even if you don't open those books, they can influence your thoughts. One of the ways we can peek into our unconscious mind is through our dreams. That's why scientists and dreamers have been interested in dreams for thousands of years. Did you know that even people who lived thousands and thousands of years ago wrote stories and drew pictures about their dreams? Some people believed dreams were messages from the gods. Others thought they could tell the future or warn you about something important. Many questions about dreams remain a mystery, even today. You might ask, why do we dream? That's a very big question, and there isn't just one answer. Some scientists think dreams are a way for your brain to clean up and organize your memories. During the day, your mind collects all kinds of information, big and small. Some of these experiences are important, like learning something new at school or having a fun day with a friend. Others are just little details, like what color socks you wore or what the weather was like. When you sleep, your brain works like a busy librarian, sorting through all these experiences. Dreaming could be one way your brain puts memories in the right places or decides what to keep. Other people believe dreams are a way for our minds to solve problems. Have you ever had a challenge or puzzle you couldn't figure out during the day, and then, after sleeping, suddenly found the answer? It's as if your mind kept working on the problem while you were resting, and sometimes gave you a clue in a dream. There are real stories of famous inventors, artists, and scientists who got their best ideas from dreams. Dreams can also help us with our feelings. Maybe you felt very happy, or sad, or even a little bit scared one day, and you didn't get a chance to talk about it. Sometimes, those feelings come back in dreams. Your mind tries to understand what happened, using dreams as a kind of playground where it can act things out in different ways. And sometimes, dreams are just plain weird. Maybe you dream about riding a purple dragon down a chocolate river, or about being in a school where everyone is a dinosaur. It might not make any sense at all, but that's one of the magical things about dreaming. When we dream, the normal rules of the world don't always apply. But what about nightmares? Nightmares are dreams that are scary or make us feel upset. Everyone has nightmares sometimes, even adults. Nightmares can happen when we've been worried, or when something has scared us. Sometimes our brains use nightmares as a way to deal with our worries or fears. If you have a nightmare, remember, it is just a story your brain made while you slept. It can't hurt you, and once you wake up, you are safe again. Talking to someone you trust can help too. Let's go back to the idea of the unconscious mind. If so much is happening there, if it holds secrets, memories, wishes, and feelings we don't always know about, why don't we just open it up and look inside? Well, the unconscious is not like a box we can just open. It's more like a gentle wind or a soft music playing in the background. Sometimes, we catch a piece of it, like hearing one note or feeling a gentle breeze, but most of the time, it is hidden from us. But we can find clues. When you make a rhyme or draw a picture without thinking too much, or when your mind wanders while you're doodling or thinking, you might be closer to your unconscious. Sometimes you have a sudden feeling, like happiness or sadness, but you aren't sure why. That could be your unconscious mind sending you a message or reminding you of something deep inside. Let me tell you a story. There was a girl named Lila who loved to draw. She didn't always know what to draw, but when she picked up her pencil, her hand just seemed to know what to do. Sometimes she was surprised by what she made. Some days, her pictures were full of sunshine and happy faces. Other days, she drew dark forests or big, stormy clouds, even when she didn't feel sad herself. When Lila shared her drawings with her mom asked how she was feeling. Lila realized that sometimes her hand was drawing what her mind was feeling, even before she had words for those feelings. She was learning to listen to her own unconscious mind. Let's think about how your own dreams feel. When you wake up, do you ever try to remember your dreams? Some people say you should write them down in a dream journal. Even if you don't remember every detail, you might notice patterns. Do you ever dream about the same places or people? Do you have happy dreams, or funny ones, or adventurous dreams? Do you ever have dreams that teach you something, or help you work out a puzzle in your mind? Even animals dream. Maybe you've seen a dog sleeping and its paws twitching, or a cat moving its whiskers while asleep. Scientists believe that animals dream too, and that their minds might be working on memories and feelings just like ours. Let's imagine a dream together. Close your eyes, if you want to, and picture this: you are standing in a field under the starry night sky. Around you are tall wildflowers and gentle fireflies glowing. Suddenly, a gentle breeze lifts you up and you start to float higher and higher. Below you, you see a river sparkling in the moonlight, and in the distance, you hear the sound of laughter from friends. You fly above treetops and mountains, and soon you land on a soft cloud that smells like vanilla. All of this is happening just in your imagination, but it is not so different from what your mind can do when you dream. When you sleep, your brain becomes the storyteller and the stage, and the actors are all made by you. Did you know there is a special time during sleep called REM sleep? REM stands for rapid eye movement. This is when most of our dreaming happens. During REM sleep, your eyes move quickly under your eyelids, and your brain becomes very active, even though your body is resting. Scientists have found that when people are woken up during REM sleep, they can usually remember their dreams better. Isn't it amazing to think that every night, we enter a world full of adventure, without even leaving our bed? Now, some people wonder if dreams can tell us about the future, or if dreams can give us special secrets. Some cultures believe dreams are very important and might have messages for us. In some places, people talk with dream experts or even share their dreams with family and friends, searching for clues about what the dreams might mean. Other people simply enjoy their dreams as interesting stories their brains tell them at night. Whether you think your dreams have a message or not, they are part of who you are, and they can help you understand yourself better. Here's another cool idea. Sometimes, scientists try to understand the unconscious mind not just by studying dreams, but by looking at things you do without even thinking about them. Have you ever learned to ride a bike or tie your shoes? At first, you have to think about every step. But after a while, your hands and feet just know what to do, even if you're not thinking about it. This is called muscle memory, and you learned it so well that it slipped into your unconscious mind. You do it without even trying. The unconscious can also hold memories from a long time ago. Have you ever smelled a flower or heard a song and suddenly remembered something you'd forgotten? Like a summer day years ago, or the sound of your grandma's laugh, or the taste of a special meal? Your unconscious keeps these memories, and sometimes just the right sound or smell or feeling brings them right up to the surface. Some people have even tried to communicate with their own unconscious through art, music, or stories. Famous people, like painters, writers, and even scientists, say that some of their best ideas come when they stop thinking so hard and let their unconscious mind take over. Maybe you have made up a song or a story without thinking, just singing or talking as the ideas popped into your head. When you let your mind wander like that, you are exploring the deep, quiet places of your mind. The unconscious mind is also where our wishes and hopes can live, even the ones we haven't talked about yet. Have you ever found yourself wishing for something but not even knowing why? Or maybe you don't understand why you feel scared or worried? Sometimes, our unconscious is holding feelings that we need to understand better. That's why talking about your feelings can help you learn about your unconscious. Drawing, singing, playing, or sharing dreams and stories all help too. Let's talk a bit about stories from history. Did you know there were famous thinkers, like Sigmund Freud and Carl Jung, who spent their whole lives studying dreams in the unconscious mind? They believed our dreams have hidden meanings. They said dreams can show us our secret wishes, worries, and thoughts. They wrote down their dreams and tried to understand them, like solving a puzzle. Other thinkers thought dreams were just a way for our brains to process things, and that sometimes a dream is just a dream. These debates go on, even now. There are even stories of colors or animals or places showing up over and over in people's dreams, as if these symbols have special meanings for us. For example, some people dream about losing teeth, or about being chased, or about flying. Your mind uses these symbols because they can show lots of feelings at once, like being afraid, wanting freedom, or feeling out of control. No two dreams are ever exactly the same, because no two people are the same. Did you know some people can learn to control their dreams? This is called lucid dreaming. Lucid dreaming happens when you realize you are dreaming, and then you can decide what happens next. Maybe you start flying, or you change something scary into something fun. Not everyone can do it, and it takes practice, but it shows just how amazing and powerful our minds can be. Dreams can make us feel all kinds of emotions, even after we wake up. Have you ever woken up from a dream and felt happy, or sad, or confused, or excited? Sometimes the feelings from your dream stick with you for a while, like a secret inside. You might even notice that something from your dream makes its way into your real life, like an idea for a story, or the feeling to call a friend, or the wish to try something new. Now let's talk about how we can use dreams in the unconscious mind to help ourselves in real life. If you remember a dream, you can try to write it down, draw it, talk about it, or even just think about how it made you feel. This can help you get to know yourself better. Sometimes, you might find a new idea or solve a problem after dreaming about it. Sometimes, you might realize there is something you want to talk about or change in your life. If you ever have a nightmare or a dream that bothers you, remember that you are in charge of your own mind. You can talk to someone about the dream, and you can remind yourself that you are safe. Sometimes, drawing a picture or writing a new ending to the dream can help make it less scary. Let's think about what makes the unconscious mind important. If it is so hidden, why do we need to know about it? Well, knowing about the unconscious helps us understand ourselves and each other better. Maybe one day you feel upset and you don't know why. It might be something from your unconscious. If you are kind to yourself, patient, and curious, you might discover something new about yourself. Learning to listen to your unconscious mind is a little bit like learning to listen to an animal or a friend who doesn't use words. You have to notice feelings, pictures, sounds, and even silence. Sometimes, just sitting quietly and breathing helps you feel what's happening inside. You might start to notice more of your thoughts and dreams. Here's a fun activity you can try. Before you go to sleep, ask yourself a question. It can be something simple, like what would make tomorrow a great day? Or how can I help a friend? When you wake up, see if you remember any dreams and if they might help answer your question. Even if you don't remember your dreams, that's okay. Just the act of wondering sends a message to your unconscious mind. The world is full of mysteries, and our minds are one of the greatest. Every person has a different set of dreams, wishes, secrets, and feelings hidden inside. This is what makes every person unique and interesting. When you meet new people, remember that they are exploring the depths of their own minds too. We can learn so much by sharing our stories, listening closely, and caring about each other's thoughts. The unconscious mind can also help you be more creative. When you make something new, like a poem, a painting, a story, or even a silly joke, your unconscious is helping you bring something hidden into the daylight. That's why some people find that their best ideas come when they're relaxed, happy, or even a little bit sleepy. Trusting your imagination and your inner voice is a good way to connect to your own deep mystery. Sometimes, the unconscious mind stores not just good memories and ideas, but also feelings that are hard to talk about, like sadness, anger, or fear. If you ever feel bothered by things you don't understand, remember that it is always okay to ask for help. Grown-ups, teachers, and friends can help you find ways to feel better. Taking care of your mind is just as important as taking care of your body. Now, let's think about one more interesting idea. Your dreams and your unconscious can connect you to others, even when you're not awake. Maybe you and a friend have both had a dream about the beach, or about a magical animal, or about a place you both want to visit. Sharing your dreams can help you understand each other better and find out what you have in common. Learning about the unconscious mind is like being an explorer. You might not have a map, but you can be curious and brave. Every memory, every picture, every dream is a part of the wonderful puzzle that is you. You don't have to solve every piece right away. The fun is in the exploring. Let's end our adventure together with this thought. Every night, when you go to sleep, your mind travels into a world where anything is possible. It is full of memories, wishes, feelings, and adventures waiting to be discovered. When you wake up, you bring a little bit of that mystery with you into the daylight. Your unconscious mind is always there, quietly helping you, making you who you are. So tonight, as you get ready for bed, remember that your dreams are a gift, a secret doorway into your own mind. Listen closely to your feelings, write or draw your thoughts if you want, and know that you are part of a long line of dreamers and explorers who have wondered about these mysteries for thousands of years. Thank you for coming with me on this journey into dreams in the depths of the mind. Remember, your mind is full of magic, waiting to be discovered. Keep being curious, keep listening to your heart, and never stop exploring the wonderful world both inside and around you. Goodbye for now, and sweet dreams.